Are you ready?
Wally has played George Michael again on Sports Chat with Neil and Wally.
Use the word jetapult. It's actually a word people don't realize.
Hey, little curveball. Got my fingers on the seams right there. This is Dog Days of Summer. Dog Days of Summer, you right?
Who's the dog? What is that?
Beat up Bulldog Johnny stole his
Belt.
and put it on.
Roll call. A spidget.
Spidget.
A spidget.
A spidget.
Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin.
I have no idea what in the world that is.
Man, it's Aerosmith.
This is what I have to deal with, folks.
Folks, he don't even know who Aerosmith is.
If 300 people were just watching that intro, one person knew who that was.
I bet
that was you.
I bet 75% knew who it was. Buddy, what are you talking about, man?
No, if you'd have let it roll on into the vocals, I might could have got it.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Welcome to the June 26th edition of Sports Chat with Neil and Wally. We always appreciate you tuning in. You could be watching something else and you chose us, and we really appreciate that. Wally and I are humble, and man, the heat is still on us, Wally. I believe the heat has set in now until September. It's here. It's here.
Oh,
and I tell you, man, that rain that came through yesterday, it knocked it off a little bit, man, and it was just what the doctor ordered, man. My sprinklers got to where they wasn't doing any good. It was so dry and hot last week, and that rain was just what the doctor ordered yesterday, and it just got so dry, and it was kind of windy last week too, and it really dried it out, man. And you wasn't worried about the rain this weekend, though.
Oh,
you were out on the Gulf
I was
fishing.
out there in the Gulf of
Tell us
Mexico.
about the fishing,
oh, man. We had a
Tell us
good
all
time,
about it.
man. With my buddy,
Look at
Jim
this.
McPherson. You know, Jim works.
Is that a
here.
snapper?
A snapper, yeah. Look at that, man. I caught that one, man. Hey, I
You
also
gonna cut that up into nuggets, and we're gonna do snapper nuggets.
Oh, snapper nuggets, exactly, man.
I'm waiting
man,
on- I'm
we had a
waiting on
good time, a good hospitality, Mr. Terry McPherson, and they just good folks. But let me tell you, I caught a shark.
A shark.
Yes, man. It rolled in. It
What were
took
you
me about
fishing with?
30 big old cigar minutes.
Okay.
But I wrestled with about 30 minutes. Jim helped me, the ship captain tried to help me, and then finally the shark cut the line. But I was wanting to get it. I was going to, man, have that.
Did you ever get to
first-
see it?
No, it didn't see it. But let me tell you, it wore me out.
30 minutes.
About 30 minutes, man. That was a good workout.
That wicked tuna I watch on Travel Channel, they fight them for 4 and 5 hours up there.
Oh, yeah, man. It's rough. But anyway, we had a good time, man. It was nice. Just a good see Blake and Zach. They had a great time doing that, man. They had a good time.
Who caught more, you or Blake?
Oh, I caught more, man.
Oh, Blake.
I was the man. I even caught a scampi, man. It's hard to catch
Oh,
those.
yeah, those are
Scampi.
rare.
Yeah, those are rare. You got to fish them real deep. And we caught a few of them. But anyway, it was a great
Must
time.
have been
man.
a sick one.
Sick one, man. Come on.
Up after your cigar minutes. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
But hey, yeah, man, I wasn't able to get down to Brundage this last weekend, like we talked about. You know, they had their summer special and their 4th of July special. Man, they had a parade yesterday, and Bulldog Johnny was at the fireworks last night. They had a big fireworks festival. Look, you got
Back up, Terry.
Back up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
That has got
That's
to be the
the
most classic.
funniest.
That has
You
got
can
to
get
be.
T-shirts.
Back up, Terry.
Back up, Terry.
Yeah, but anyway, that's the
was
funniest
awesome,
thing.
man.
But yeah, they had that in Brundage, man. Everything looked real good. They had a big crowd. You know, I saw it on social media. They had a big crowd, and it was a big deal and all that. And didn't get to go down there though. But it looked like Brundage put on a really nice program. That was a neat deal.
Yeah, they
Neat
did.
deal.
They do a great job doing
Yeah.
that every year. And I tell you what, Troy set their 4th of July celebration time. Neil's going to be Monday,
Yeah.
July the 4th at 9 p.m. at Veterans Memorial Stadium. And
There
you
it is,
know,
folks, right
yeah,
there.
yeah. And I'll tell you what, when Dan Smith is in charge,
Oh yeah.
he gets the bell ring. Get
You better believe
ready,
it.
it's first class, brother.
Yeah,
First class.
Yeah, you better believe it. They when Dan Smith's in charge of something, he dots all his I's and crosses all his T's, and it'll be first class. Wally, you're exactly right on that, and it's always a good show.
Yeah,
Troy is known for putting on a good fireworks show, and
Man, I wish we had those type of fireworks when you and I and Mark Jeffcoat and Mark Gully and all them would
we were
have
having
the wars and
Bottle
stuff.
Rocket Wars.
Didn't you catch somebody's jacket on fire and burn it?
Not on
Brian
purpose.
Floyd.
Brian Floyd's.
Yeah, folks, this guy here just burnt a poor kid's jacket he got for Christmas. Santa brought him a nice jacket. Next day, it's all burned up.
No, it wasn't. That was New Year's. It was a week old.
It was a week ago.
Come on, man.
Man, we had some fun times, those Bottle Rocket Wars.
We did.
Neil had all
We
the
did.
good stuff. I had all the handy-down stuff that was on sale.
Man, we
you know,
had all. We would shoot bottle rockets out of anything.
out of anything.
We
How-
make it into a bottle rocket gun. That was
Good
fun.
gracious.
This day and time,
Oh, you'll go to jail.
I know.
If
I know.
If your kids out there shooting bottle rocket at each
Yeah.
other, DHR come
Yeah.
get them.
I'm telling you. That's like those memes where you see the kids in bubble wrap in the
Bubble
back
wrap.
seat.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Heck yeah, man.
oh yeah, that's just the same as when we were raised. We drank water out of a water hose.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Now they say that'll kill you now.
Exactly.
Reckon what the difference is in the water hoses now than it was back then.
I don't know, something. Sorry, you gonna go down Lake Martin? You normally go?
I normally go to Lake Martin on 4th of July, but not this year. Robert and Janine sold their lake house, so we don't have a lake house to go to. My sister-in-law, but right as of right now, I don't think we have any big plans for the 4th. Y'all?
Yeah, just take it easy, probably. Let's
Relax.
see. When's it fall on? Sunday or Monday?
It falls on a Monday.
Yeah, probably not much, man. Just same old stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But hey, I saw where the NBA draft was Thursday night. I was going to ask you, that Auburn player, did he get number 1 draft pick? That Auburn guy?
No, he didn't. He did. No, he wasn't number 1. I knew you were going to ask, was he the top pick?
Just want to know, man.
No, he wasn't. He went 3rd.
Oh.
He went 3rd to the Houston Rockets, and his name is Jabari Smith. There he is right there. Nate's got him up there on the screen.
Yeah.
And don't forget that Auburn's Walker Kessler went in the first round too. He was the 22nd pick.
Wow.
And he went to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Auburn had 2 right quick in the first round right there. And Jabari Smith and Kessler, they joined 8 other former Tigers to go in first rounds, which is pretty cool. They are the 3rd and the 4th first rounder draft under Coach Pearl, along with Chimuka Okiki in 19 and Isaac Okoro in 2020. So Pearl's really having some high draft picks here lately. But let's don't forget about Alabama, man. They
Bama,
I
they
know-
had a draft pick.
I know they're not winning a ton of basketball games and not doing good in the tournament and going to Final Fours and stuff, but they are having real good. They had J.D. Davidson was the 53rd overall pick, and that marks the 3rd consecutive year that Alabama's had at least 1 player drafted. Joshua Primo in 21, Herb Jones in 21, Kyra Lewis in 20, and there was some more earlier, but those were the last 3 in a row. So Auburn, Alabama, showing up in the NBA draft, man.
Yeah, well, you know, now everybody knows Auburn's officially a basketball school now. I mean, that's what they're known for, the basketball.
Well,
you know.
How about baseball? Why ain't they a baseball
Man,
school?
they got put out the first game up in Oklahoma.
Auburn
or Oklahoma.
baseball team made the College World Series 2 out of the last 4 years. 2 out of the last 4
Pretty
years.
good.
They went to
Well,
Omaha.
hey, what about our Ole Miss, baby? They just put it to them,
They
man.
did, man.
Noah
They
and
did.
I sat there this afternoon and watched that last couple
They
innings,
did.
man. That was amazing to see.
They did, you know, and the Oklahoma pitching. Ole Miss won the game, don't get me wrong, but the Oklahoma pitching just let them down right there in the end. They just, you think of all these massive home runs and these coaches making these crucial calls and somebody making a fielding error and all this kind of stuff, and it boils down to like little league stuff. Can you throw a strike? Can you remember this when our kids were like 8 and 9? Hey, throw it where the catcher can catch it. Remember that?
Yeah.
Throw it where the catcher can catch it. Wally, 2 wild pitches. 2 wild pitches, and Ole Miss wins the game. It's so weird how you focus on fundamentals, and then it comes down to fundamentals right there in the end.
You know, I got so tickled. Like I said, Noah and I was sitting there watching the game, and this is about the 3rd inning. The guy for Ole Miss that had the long hair, looked like David Lee Roth,
Yeah.
that was pitching. It was 2 outs, and the guy throws the pitch and just hits a little blooper.
Yeah.
And it's like 2 guys are running, and you know in his mind, he'll catch that.
Yeah.
They
They didn't catch it.
didn't catch it.
No.
And his facial expression, it just tickled me to
Yeah.
death. I wish I could just go say,
Yeah.
what are you thinking, man?
Yeah.
It's like,
And I was pulling for Ole Miss because of SEC.
yeah, I was too.
And
I was.
Mississippi State won it last year, and I thought it was neat that 2 Mississippi schools won it back to back. Kind of like Auburn, Alabama winning the national championship in football in 11 and 12. I mean, 10, 11, whatever year it was. And so I thought that was cool. But what I didn't want to happen was for Oklahoma to win the softball and the baseball. So I was anti-Oklahoma
Anti-Oklahoma.
because they already won the softball. You don't need to win the softball and the baseball.
No.
But I was pulling for Ole Miss.
Yeah, I
And,
was too.
Kevin
man.
Bryan showed up at breakfast Saturday morning. Ole Miss shirt, Ole Miss hat. He was Ole Miss.
Who's Kevin Bryan? Who's that now?
You know Kevin.
I don't know him. I don't never seen him at breakfast.
He showed up Saturday morning.
Oh, did he
We
show up?
welcomed him in,
Okay.
and he was he had on all his Ole Miss gear.
I bet he did. Bet he did.
Yeah.
Well, hey man, speaking of baseball, I saw with some of our Troy All Stars. We'll be moving on to state, and some will not be moving on. We
Yeah.
will get those recaps later on the show.
Yeah, I
tonight,
saw
brother.
the same, and we'll dive into that deeper. And again, man, I love looking at Twitter and Facebook and seeing those Troy All Stars. They got that Troy across their jersey,
Yeah.
man. It just gives me a sense of pride. And all those kids and Dan Smith taking all those pictures, it's just incredible, man.
Yeah.
And David Dickey and Brian Meadows and those guys traveling with those teams all around, those all-star teams, and making
It's a
sure
lot of work,
making
man,
sure they
before-
got good food and good hotels, and it's just special.
Good
It's
special, exactly, man.
Yeah, but we'll get deeper into the
Heck yeah.
recreation stuff later in the show.
We do. This is not sports, but we got to mention this because it's history in the making.
Yeah.
You saw the U.S. Supreme Court. They reversed Roe versus Wade.
Yeah,
Stood since 1973.
It
man.
is a sports show, but we got to talk about that. I mean, it's
Yeah.
out there. It's huge. History happening right here in front of us. Right here in front of us. And I know, this is difficult to say because, you usually say I'm a Republican or I'm a Democrat or I'm
Yeah.
with the court, I'm with that court. But I don't know. I really don't know where I stand on this. I think there's special situations where abortions could be justifiable. I mean, you got incest, rape, severe deformity. If the doctor comes in and says, you're 5 weeks in and we know for a fact your child is going to be severely deformed, and you may not want to bring that child into this
Yeah.
nasty world we're in. And but on the other hand, if the little fella has a heartbeat, that makes me sad too. I don't know where I stand on it. That's why the Supreme Court had to get involved, because people just don't know where they stand on it. And I personally don't see where it's so bad to throw it down to the states. Why should the Supreme Court have to rule on that? Put it in the states' hands. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm all right
I
with that.
think in the big picture, I think that's what it all boiled down to. And the liberals and the what you want to call left wing folks just got all bent out of shape, thinking, "Oh, there's never going to be another abortion." No, it's not that.
Yeah.
It's the Supreme Court just finally said, "Hey, this is not a federal issue. This is a state issue. If you want to kill babies, go to the states that allows to kill the babies."
I think you're exactly right. That's what
And
happened.
I mean, if you are against that strong religion, especially here in the deep South, most of these states don't do that. Then that's up to them. But I think that was the big issue.
Yeah.
Why you had riots and people burning down stuff, I have no idea. Be thankful you got a Supreme Court that will allow states to handle your stuff and not
The
the
local
feds.
issues. Yeah.
But anyway, that's how it goes. Well, I tell you what, man, after this first break, we got a great surprise for everybody. We got Coach Travis Baxley, is the head football coach at Pike Liberal Arts High School, and we're excited that he is here. And we got a lot of good questions to ask him and stuff. But before we go to our first
I
commercial
don't have
break,
my list.
you don't have your list.
I don't have my
Well,
list.
folks. I don't know what I'm going to have to do with him.
Well, everything was
But
set up when I got
everything.
here. And I didn't.
But hey, I tell you what, man, you'll get like Mr. Terry McPherson said. He loves watching our commercials.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Terry, if you watch some of these funny commercials, we'll be right back with Coach Travis Baxley.
Mr. Neal, is this the crazy guy that does the sports show with you?
Yes, it is. Wally, what are you doing up here at Globe? How long has he been up here?
He's been up here for like an hour, and he hasn't moved, and he's scaring all the customers.
Wally, I know you said you were going to Globe to get Holly a birthday present, but you're taking this a little bit to extremes, don't you think? Acting like a mannequin? We're going to have to call the law. You're gonna have to come to Globe for all your needs. Up on the square. Globe Boutique. 3, 2. Man, what kind of call is that? Are you kidding me? The ball bounced in front of the plate.
Hey, he's out of there, baby.
What in the world? You can't see nothing. I'm over here. I'm over here. What? The
right
ball
down
bounced
the
in
middle.
front of the plate. Man, he needs to go to Troy Eye Care, 566-7172, and get those eyes checked immediately.
Oh, man.
Wally, what are you doing at the UPS store?
My printer is jammed, man. I got to do 2,000 copies for the Penske file.
Well, why even worry with that little bitty printer and print one at a time, man? You're gonna run out of ink. Look, UPS store does mass printing. They can print 2,000 or 3,000 copies, cheap, fast, and efficient. Isn't that right? Yes, sir. I mean, why even mess with it? Come to the UPS store on Brothers Street. UPS store, all your printing needs.
Man, did you see the size of that crowd, man?
Man, the Pompadour's that big down here, dude.
I don't know what it is, man. It must be these shirts.
Oh,
yeah. They like these shirts, man. Deep South Apparel, Pete Van Horn in Montgomery.
And heck yeah, man, they even go good, even salt water they canned up.
Saltwater fishing. Deep South Apparel in Montgomery. Call Pete Van Horn. Man, I'm out here at Firehouse Subs in Troy, and I ordered me a sandwich on my app. Best sandwiches in town, Firehouse Subs, Troy, Alabama. Wally, what are you doing? What are you doing up here at Firehouse?
Bill, they said for a fireman get free subs, man.
They don't get free subs. Firemen get discounts.
Oh, discounts.
But they know you're not a fireman.
Yeah.
Come on, I ordered on my app. It was super easy. I'll pay for yours. Come on in. What are you doing with the hose? What are you doing with the hose? So nice. Welcome to Firehouse in Troy. Come see them. Best subs in town. Hey, Wally. Why in the world you got all these fans in the window, man?
Man, I was cooking a mess of chitlins. It about burned my house down, man. My whole house smells like chitlins.
What is it, smoky in there?
Yes.
And
These fans are going to help, I think.
The fans are not going to get the smoke damage out of your kitchen. You're going to have to call Alabama Restoration, 371-5591. Alabama Restoration. No mess is too big, especially not a little smoke damage in Wally's kitchen cooking his chitlins. Call them at Alabama Restoration.
These teenage years can be tricky to navigate, especially when it comes to teaching my son about managing money. I'm thankful for helpful tools like Sidekick from Max. With Sidekick, requesting and rewarding money is easy. He can earn it by completing chores, making honor roll, or simply making a request from his own app. I love that I can easily monitor his purchases and set limits to help him learn to make smart choices with his spending, even on video games. Sidekick. Find it in your Max app.
You're not gonna get up and do the step slide?
The step file like Axel?
Yeah.
Not Axel, Angus.
Angus, yeah.
Yeah.
This is actually a request from Coach Baxley.
It is a request.
Yeah.
Coach, we have to turn it off under 30 seconds or the FAA will get all
All
over
right,
us.
good.
We're banned in Iraq and Israel, somewhere over there.
Yep.
Coach, Travis
Yep.
Baxley, thank you for coming on the show
Yes.
tonight.
Coach.
Yes.
Coach Travis
Yes.
Baxley from
Thanks for having
Pike
me.
Liberal Arts head football coach. Just a couple weeks on the job. I know you got a busy schedule. So, man, congratulations on your new position. And right out of the gate, you've taken over a program that's been at the top of their competition for several years. And they're the hunted. They're the hunted. And sometimes it's harder to stay on top than it is to get to the top. Tell us what you and the players have talked about in maintaining that excellence and the past, considering the move to the Alabama High School Athletic Association and the excellence that's there.
Right. Well, it's so much harder to stay on top than to climb the mountain.
Right.
Okay? When you're climbing the mountain, things get real easy. You just put your head down, go to work. When
You got a formula and you stick to it.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's very few distractions. And the more doubters you have, the better it is.
Yep.
And when you're on top and you start to feel yourself, it's hard to continue to do the things that got you on top.
Yeah, that being the hunted and getting complacent
Right.
just don't mix real
Right,
good.
right.
Yeah.
Well, but what is good is that I'm inheriting kids that expect to win.
That's right.
And
That's
it
right.
is
That's huge.
It is amazing how much what the kids are expecting to happen impacts what actually happens.
Yes.
And I've coached at places where the kids are just waiting for the bottom to fall out, and guess what happens? The bottom falls out. And I've coached at places where they expect to win, and it doesn't matter if they're down 3 touchdowns in the second half. They expect to win, and more often than not,
They're going to get it.
they're gonna get it. And so our kids expect to win they're accustomed to winning, and it's not just football; it is every sport.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm inheriting winners.
Yes.
And that's important, and we're going to continue to be that.
I think so too.
Yeah, you're talking about every sport there is so competitive and cares about winning. I know there's a lot of good baseball players on that team. Have some of them you're trying to get
Yep.
to come do dual sports.
Yep.
Because that's going to be huge. And like I said, I know 3 or 4 off the top of my head that needs to be playing football.
Right. Well, and I just schools that are our size, the 2A, 3A, you need every athlete in the school to play something.
Multiple
and
sports.
play multiple sports.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
girls and boys.
Yeah.
And but it's not just smaller schools. At Pike Road last year, where we had 22 great starters, when it got playoff time and it really mattered, you can believe that Iverson Hooks went over to safety, and you get in spots to where you put your best 11 on the field, no matter what size
There you go.
school you are.
Yep.
Well, but with the sort of the smaller school setting, that's just the way that we operate. And I have a special love for, and when I was at Dale County, we were a two-way team, meaning that most players played two ways.
Mm-hmm.
I have a special love for those kids. They grind like these big school kids don't understand.
Yeah,
And
they gotta be in a little better shape.
Well, and just mentally tougher. And if you're a 2-platoon team, meaning you have your defensive players, your offensive players, you play about 60 snaps a game. But at these two-way teams, kids are playing 120 snaps a
Good
game.
gosh.
Getting after it, Coach.
Because they are everything. They're offense, defense,
Yeah.
special teams.
Yep.
And there's just something special about kids. And they don't question it because that's the way it's always been. And they just grind and
Well, they watch
and
their
they're-
brother and
they're
their
tough.
uncle
That's
do it.
right.
They come through that
And
school
that's
system.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. So
Yeah.
we'll be the same way. Yeah.
Good deal. Good deal. Coach, I know you've just been on the job 2 weeks, and can you already in those 2 weeks identify who your leaders are going to be?
No doubt.
And if so, if those leaders are apparent, talk about those leaders in your summer workouts.
Okay, well, you can spot leaders in a hurry. And it's not a hidden trait. It's not a trait that you have to look for. It is from the time you meet them, you know.
Yeah.
And ones that come to mind, Casey Bradford,
There you go.
no doubt. Keith Williams, we call him TT. He is a leader. He is a worker. Others, both young quarterbacks we have, Dawson Bradford and Cade Brooking, leaders. Cade Renfro, leaders. On the O-line, Colton Taylor, leader. And I know that I'm leaving people out, and I hate to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm still learning names.
Yeah, you've only been there 2 weeks, yeah.
But the leadership is there.
Good
And
deal.
We're going to need it,
Yeah.
and every team needs it, but not every team has it. Well, we have it, and we're going to foster that. We're going to develop that, and we're in a good shape. We're in good shape when
Yeah.
it comes to kids
Yeah.
that are there to do what it takes to win.
Right.
And so I love our leadership. In fact, I was texting the coaches that we need to put a leadership council together. And I mean, normally
Yeah.
that's about 5 kids.
Yeah.
Well, within 5 minutes, I had 13 names. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, there you
Well,
go.
we'll make the leadership council as big as it needs to be. I'd love for the whole team to be the leadership council. And
Yep.
so we are not hurting for leaders. And I think that speaks to our complete system from our classroom to our athletics, because you're not a leader in just one thing. You're either a leader in everything you do or not. And so that speaks to our classroom environment and those teachers that put in work, yeah.
Well, good deal, Coach. Good deal.
I messed up on the question.
Yeah,
Q, so just
you
go
got
ahead.
way out of whack
I
on
know.
all
Go
that.
ahead.
Looking at the schedule, Coach, it just seems to be just a stump grinder.
Yep.
Just a stump grinder, and I know you didn't have a hand in making that. Nate,
Sure.
can you put that schedule up, Nate? And but talk to us a little about the schedule and how you're going to mentally tackle that, starting on the 12th with Highland Home and Mobile Christian, Bayside, Heard County, Georgia, Port St. Joe, Montgomery Catholic, Brooks County, Faith, Bowden and Calhoun. Just talk to us a little about mentally preparing for that, because it does seem like a meat grinder.
We're not afraid of a single team that's on our schedule.
Good deal.
That is good.
Is it a tough schedule? Yeah, it's tough because every one of those teams has to play us. And that's our mindset. This is not a game for tiptoeing, for half-stepping. We are not going to hide our chest from anybody. And it is about, and it's always about us. It's always about us. And I have a saying, just as a defensive coach for years, there is no such thing as good offense. There's only bad defense. Okay. Now,
I like that.
Now,
I like that.
Is that completely true? No. But the message is we are in control of what happens. It's not about them. It is about us. And that's the approach we are going to take. And we are going to work. And look, if we played the Dallas Cowboys August the 12th, that does not change what we have to do tomorrow to go to work and get better.
As a football player and as a team.
Right, because it's about us. And we will have our kids ready to compete like heck. And we are head up, eyes open, and unafraid.
Coach, that was a difficult question about the schedule right there, and I really love the way you tackled
Yeah,
it.
exactly. That's
Really
great.
good, yep.
And speaking of the schedules, do you think probably, and this is what everybody's saying, that Pike Lib will fall into 2A classification, and that'd be the Luverne
Yeah.
and Goshen. Is that what y'all think is going to happen?
That
Or-
is my understanding.
Yeah.
That when they reclassify here in 2 years, that we will be a 2A football team, and in that sort of region with Goshen, Zion Chapel, Laverne, possibly Ayrton, and so yeah,
That's a good region. I mean, really. I mean,
that's a good 2A region. There's
It is.
no doubt about it. Ayrton, they find a way to put a great football team on the field every year. Laverne, we all know that. And Don Moore over at Goshen, he's going to get them turned around. I have a lot of respect for him, and I work for him. And Coach Keene, Cody Keene, he is. I thought Randy Bryant before him did as good a job as
I
a
did
person
too.
can do.
I did too.
And
And Cody will too.
And Cody will just pick it up and keep going with it.
Yep.
So we certainly have respect for those teams, but at the same time, we can't wait to start mixing it up with
And
those
find
guys.
out where you're going to call home.
That's right.
Yeah.
Find out region. Coach,
Exactly.
let's just get down to the X's and O's just a little bit.
Sure.
Tell everybody about maybe the offensive approach and your staff that y'all are going to be installing. Will it be wide open, no huddle, or will it be a little more old school with a little bit of huddle and some I formation attack? Which
Well-
way y'all leaning?
Well, for all of our opponents that are watching, we're going to be wide open. We're
Be
gonna
like Greg
empty.
Maddox now. Tell 'em what's coming.
We're going to chunk it down the field. We're going to spread you out. We're going to motion, And no, that's sort of a joke. But we are going to suit our schemes to fit our personnel.
Okay.
Yeah.
And to a certain degree, and I've said this to a few people, I think that private schools such as UMS, Faith, St. Paul, I think they've laid down the blueprint. Now, we're a much smaller scale than that, but they rely on their in-house, homegrown kids to set the culture and the work ethic of their football team.
Yep.
And you know, they do what suits their personnel. So you're going to see a variety of stuff.
Okay, okay.
You'll see two back tight end. You will see some doubles and empties and trips. You know, because
like
we
it.
have two young quarterbacks
I like it.
that can sling it, and they're going to fight it out the next 2 months here. And whichever one wins it, the other one will be catching touchdown passes.
There you go.
And so we're gonna do what gives us the best chance to be the best offense we can be.
There you go.
When do y'all officially start your fall practice? Because Highland Home's your first game, so
Right.
when do y'all officially start?
And
on
it's
books?
the earliest game that I've ever played in my career, August the 12th.
That
I've
is
never-
bizarro, isn't it?
Now, they call it a jamboree,
Okay.
and it's part of the rule changes, you know, and I think that they're sort of modeling it after Texas, where if you don't have a padded spring, then you can
Have that extra in the fall.
have the extra week, but with that, a jamboree. So technically, if I understand correctly, our August 12th Highland Home contest is a jamboree, but we're going to treat it just like week one.
There you go.
And I've
Most teams do.
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And but Coach Pouncey and I talked the other day, and you know, there's some always discussions with these jamboree spring games, special teams.
Are you gonna
do it
kick?
at all?
Yeah,
And if you
First
do,
half, second half.
right? I
Yeah.
mean, do you want it to be dead or whatever? We decided that doesn't help us get ready for real football. So
Gonna play it like a game.
We're gonna play it like a game.
Kind of like Charleston
And Brundage.
They just
Yeah. Yep.
tool it up and go.
Yeah. Now, we are going to have a 30-minute running clock JV game at 6 from
Prior to the kick.
from 6 to 6:30.
I like that. I like
Well,
that.
listen,
I like that.
those kids deserve
Yeah.
Yeah.
coaching and playing time, and
Yeah.
so we're going to make sure that they get it.
They get their experience and time as well.
Yeah.
Coach, we got several Pike Patriot games scheduled on the broadcast
Mm-hmm.
here at Troy Cable over the season, and we're talking live television. And Wally and I call some of them.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And we're looking forward to it. And speaking of that opening game with Highland Home, are you already game planning for that a little bit? I like it.
No doubt.
I like it.
No doubt.
Yeah, well, you
And-
got to.
and-
They got some dudes down there now.
No doubt.
Yeah.
All right. And
Yep.
but we got some guys that are pretty too.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you know, especially with the short time we have, you know, and part of our challenge is, and I have told our team, you know, just to instill a sense of urgency.
Mm-hmm.
If it were March, we'd be right where we wanted to be, but it ain't March.
You just got the job,
It's
Coach.
July.
That's right.
And so we've got to make the most of every minute we have to get ready.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of answered my quarterback question already. You said you were going to
Dual
duel it
quarterback,
out,
yeah.
dual quarterbacks and stuff. But I was about to say, you know, who's the next in line? You got a good JV quarterback in the system that's going to be coming up?
Well, I have no doubt. And look, one thing about private schools, you know, especially with their emphasis on baseball, you've always got kids that can throw, right?
Yep.
And they've been doing pitching lessons since they were 6, and so we've certainly got guys that can sling it around. And now we're just like we are still feeling out our personnel for the varsity. Same thing for our younger.
Yeah, who's going to coach the middle school or the JV or whoever? Who's going to get those kids ready for the next step in varsity?
We are.
Okay.
We are.
Okay.
So,
And I think that is the only way to do it. And even at Pike Road, all right, where it's the impression that, hey, we have everything. We have all the money in the world. We have all the coaches in the world. Coach Browning said, we are going to coach our middle school, and they're going to get the same quality and intensity of coaching that our varsity get, and there will be zero culture shock when they transition from the 7th and 8th grade to our JV and then to our the varsity team. So
I like that
we're
too.
going to coach them.
Okay.
Man, well, how many seniors you gonna have this year?
You know, I'm going to have to ballpark it here because I'm
Probably still trying to get several to come out.
We're into it, yeah. But we're looking at probably 7 or 8 seniors.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, Coach, like you said, if it was March,
You're right.
you know, but August 12th will be here before you know it.
Right.
And we appreciate you taking the time to be here. And from Wally and I both, best of luck. And I personally think that Pike Liberal can really compete in 2A now, and even when they really get into the Alabama High School Athletic Association. And I think that move to the Alabama High School Athletic Association is going to be a good one in the long run.
Right.
I really do.
Oh, I
And
do too.
we appreciate you
Yes.
coming on, Coach.
Yeah.
Heck
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
sure. Really
And,
appreciate it.
We'll
sir.
we'll get to see a lot of your games this year because
Great.
we'll be filming them and broadcasting
Great.
them. But best of luck.
Best of luck.
Thank you, guys.
Coach Travis Baxley, Pike Liberal Arts head football coach. Stay with us. We got 30 more minutes left in the show. We'll be right back.
What in the world, Wally? What is that? Oh, dear, I done hit this buck down the road, buddy. Where's your truck? Oh, I totaled it. What about the insurance? I don't think I got a lick of insurance. My gosh, if you got Crease Insurance, we're covered. We'll have to go there. Your truck a wreck? It's totaled. We're going to have to go to All-Star Collision to get it fixed. Come on, put the deer in.
See, Mr. Mike. Man, is Mr. Crease in? Wally has hit a deer, and he's got insurance with Crease Agency. Mike!
Wally, what happened?
Wally's hit a deer, man.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. Can you mount this thing?
Well, I mounted the one I killed. I guess we'll mount yours
We're
too.
gonna
But first, we're going to fix your truck.
That sounds good. Call the Crease Agency for all your insurance needs.
Man, what in the world? You just dang T-bone me right here. What in the heck? Playing with fidget? Wally, did you have a wreck?
Mr. Wally?
Man, this girl right here is playing with this fidget spinner, texting on the phone and T-bone me right here in the parking lot. I was about to go pay my speeding ticket.
Right here at the police station?
Yeah.
Well, luckily at the police station, we can just call All-Star Collision 808-8822. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm sorry. Can I have the fidget spinner back?
Yeah, you can have
Please,
it.
Mr. Martin.
All she's worried about is a fidget spinner. Call All-Star Collision for all your accidents. 808-8822.
You gained donuts?
Oh man, what a nice day with the windows down. Yeah, cruising right along, man. Just running around Troy. Hey man, what's that smell? What do you mean? That's Hook's Barbecue, man.
Oh, that's
Hooks?
Hook?
Oh, I'm going to Hook's, brother. Oh my God, hold on. Good Lord, what in the world? Hooks, baby. Good Lord, help us all. He about killed us. Good gracious.
Neil, call Jason Jones.
What is it?
Out of oxygen, man.
Out of oxygen? You got your snorkeling device right there. What do you mean you're out of oxygen?
Oh, all this is to show people where you are, man.
What's that? Why do you can breathe through that?
I need to call Jason.
Unbelievable. Jason, can you bring some oxygen from Jones Medical Supply down to St. Andrews State Park at the Jetties? Wally needs some oxygen. Call Jason Jones for all your oxygen needs. Moving on up to the big town. What's going on, Monopoly man?
Oh man, Neil, I have
You got money going everywhere.
I have bought up every bit of Troy, Alabama, but I'm missing a few spots right down here. Who can I call?
Man, you need to call Toby and Dina Adams at the Alabama Real Estate Connection. They'll let you finish buying all of Troy and Pike County. They're the best agents in town. They will work the hardest to get you the best deal. Give them a call, 566-4765. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Hey, they're dealing at the Alabama Real Estate Connection. Hey, what's going on today?
Mr. Mill, do you know this guy? He comes here every day for breakfast and lunch.
This guy over here?
Yes.
Unfortunately, I do know him.
Man, look at the size of this chicken right here, man.
Oh my God, Wally, how many days in a row have you eaten here?
Every day, brother.
Come out to the Pig Cafe, Monday through Friday, breakfast and lunch. It's the biggest cat head biscuits for breakfast and the crispiest fried chicken for lunch. Come out to the Pig Cafe.
Always love me. That's the railroad company. Took control.
They were a good group, man.
Confederate Railroad.
Yeah.
I like them. Jesus and Mama always love me.
That's about
Yes,
true.
I
Jesus and Mama always
know.
loved you, man.
That's all you can count on that. I think Michelle loves me. My kids stay mad at me all the time.
Oh man, but man, what a great interview that
Really,
was. with
I
Coach
am
Baxley.
really excited for Coach Baxley. I'm gonna tell you, man. I know Pike Lib struck out on Hugh Fountain, and he was good, whatever. But Pike Live has really hit home runs on coaches over the last 4, 5, 6 years.
Yeah.
They've really done well. I think Coach Baxley will
Yeah,
do
Coach
well.
Baxley's young, he's energetic, you know.
Yeah.
And I tell you, to me, I think it's a great fit. I mean, he's going to take a lot of these bumps in the beginning, but he's the type of guy that's not going to let it affect him, and he will coach those guys up.
Man,
so
he will.
That's gonna be
I'm
great,
excited for him. I really am. And I'm a Coach Baxley fan.
Oh, yeah.
And
I loved him when he was over at Charles Center.
We appreciate him coming on. I mean, he could have been over there coaching those guys, and he took time to come see us.
You know, the only bad thing about him, is, you know, his neighbor,
Chip
Wallace. That's all the thing. How, Chip, we know you. We love you, man. We just had to throw that in there.
Yeah.
Oh, Chip. We don't hear from Chip no more.
We must be getting everything right.
Well, he did send me a picture of somebody
He did.
kissing a pig or something.
Oh,
like that,
Lord.
so, but thank you there, Chip. Well, anyway, hey, let's talk a little bit about some baseball. Local here, Troy baseball. I was going to say 6U rookies, they got put out.
Yep.
The 8U rookies, they won the state. I
They
saw
did.
that. That was real, man,
Yep.
in the dead heat, too. Good gracious. 8U coach pitch, they won district. They move on to state. In Enterprise on July the 8th, 10U rookie, they won the state. And let's see.
So some are just finishing district. Some have already won state.
Exactly. 10U will host state in Troy starting July 8th. And I thought I saw Dan Smith say they were still looking for some host family. So if you're wanting to do some host family stuff, please get up with
And that's a fun gig.
Yeah.
Me and Michelle and I have done it several times.
Yeah, we have two free T-shirt and you free get in, and you don't even have to do the Wally Watch.
You don't have to.
That's
You don't have to watch from the outfield.
Yeah, that's what Brian Meadows calls the Wally Watch.
Wally Watch.
Man. Keep those feet
Yeah.
folks out.
Yeah.
All right, and then 12U rookie finished third. Ozone got eliminated. 14U got beat Friday night and got rained out yesterday. They should finish up district tomorrow. If we win, they advanced to Opelika for state. And then in Ozark, the 8U All-Stars are state-bound. And in Ayrton, the 12U All-Stars won district, and they're headed to Tuscaloosa.
Yeah,
state.
I was talking to Chuck and Kevin Saturday morning at breakfast, and they got beat Friday night. And they were both upset about that, and they were both coaching it up, buddy, Saturday at breakfast, trying to figure out who was going to pitch and who was going to catch, and
All that stuff.
Yes, they were regrouping, man. They were in the regroup mode.
Regroup mode.
But they got rained out, like you said. The 14U did, and they'll finish up tomorrow. But hopefully they can pull it through over there. And on the girls' side, on the softball side, mine's easy, Wally. You ready for this?
I'm ready for it, man.
Here we go. You ready for the All-Star Softball Update? All 5 age groups advanced to the state tournament down in Dothan.
That's a bell ring.
How about that? 4 of the groups won their district, and 1 was a runner-up, and everybody qualifies for the state tournament because they either won the district or finished runner-up.
Wow.
That's some. I'm gonna tell you know, I'm always bragging on Troy Recreation. I'm always bragging on Dan Smith and David Dickey and Brian Meadows and that staff. I'm always bragging on them. But look, the proof is in the pudding, Wally.
Yeah.
The proof is in the pudding. All those baseball teams Wally just called out, either winning their district or winning state championships or moving on to the next level. Every softball age group either won their district or was runner-up and qualified for the state tournament.
That's
Every
incredible.
one of them.
Every one of them.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Heck yeah, man.
We got to get another break real quick. We kind of fell behind on our breaks. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
What in the world, man? I come over to check on things. What are you doing trying to beat that bush up?
Neil, my trimmer battery went dead, so I had to get this bat and try to trim this up.
You're not going to be able to knock it out with a bat. You got to call professional bush trimmers like Blake Turner with Turner Mowing. 465-0600. Call Blake Turner. You're going to fall off that ladder, man. Just quit right now. Let's call Blake Turner. Hey, call Blake Turner, 465-0600 for all your yard needs. Man, what's that noise? What are you doing with that air conditioner heating unit?
Neil, my air conditioner went out last night, and I tell you what, I watch YouTube, and I know how to do all this stuff now.
Look, Wally, this could be really dangerous, man. You need to call Matt Johnson with Stone Cold Heating and Cooling. 268-0917. Licensed, insured, and bonded. You need to call Matt Johnson, Wally.
Hey, Neil, what does this red thing do?
Don't pull on the red wire. That could be dangerous, man. What'd you do? Don't pull on that red wire. Good gravy. Now you've done it. Call Matt Johnson with Stone Cold Heating and Cooling.
Hey, Neil, man, need some help, man. I watched Point Break last night with Patrick Swayze.
What happened? Here comes the lifeguard.
Same guys, yesterday you already wrecked my kayak and got an insurance
Are you okay?
Man, I think I pulled
Pulled your leg
my
muscle?
leg muscle. Man.
You're going to have to go to Health Action to get that worked out with physical therapy. Give them a call, 670-5435. Health Action's in front of Hook's Barbecue. Man, I hope you're okay.
I hope too.
Wally, what are you doing in the cornfield, man?
Get some corn, dude.
Corn? Yeah. You can't get people's corn. That's against the law. Why don't you go to Piggly Wiggly on 231 or Greenock where it's fresh produce? Come on, man. Now, isn't this better? Air conditioning. Look at all this produce, man. Here we are at Piggly Wiggly on 231. Also, best butcher in Pike County, Reader's Choice 2020.
You know this guy?
Yeah, I know. Wally, what are you doing, man? What in the world?
Nice Bronco.
Why are you hugging the Bronco at Bill Jackson Ford?
Because I want a Bronco, brother.
Are you gonna buy it?
Yeah, I think so.
Jeez. Well, you can't just be out here hugging vehicles. You got to talk to the salespeople. What are you doing?
Kicking the tire, you know they say you got to kick the tire before you buy a new one.
You guys kick the tires. Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama. Also, Bill Jackson Chevrolet across the street. Hey, they got new vehicles on the lot. Come see them.
Man, I got a big party coming on tonight, man. I got girls coming everywhere. Hey,
What are you doing up here at Southern Grill and Patio, man, with all your girls?
getting a big green egg, man. The only place in Florida's got them.
You having a big party, I heard you
Oh,
say?
yeah, got girls coming and
Well,
everything.
you need to get all this deck furniture. They got the big green eggs, the medium green eggs, the little green eggs, everything for a big party on a deck. They got the wood thing. Hey, you got pellet grills, gas grills, anything you need. Southern Grill and Patio on North Three Notch in Troy, Alabama. There's no easy way out.
That's a Rocky movie.
No shortcut. Yes. There's no easy way out.
Was that a Rocky movie?
Yeah, I don't know which one. That's the one with Yvonne, the blonde-headed dude, man.
4. Nate
Is
says
it 4?
Rocky 4.
It does say Rocky 4 on here. How'd you know, Nate? You too young.
How do you
He said
find
no.
stuff like that?
Robert Tepper. Robert Tepper.
Probably in prison now. So.
Why you say he's in prison? Because of that song?
Well, hey, my mom made sure that we did not forget the Facebook funnies.
That's right.
So, Mom, this is for you. This
Run
is
the Facebook funnies,
Facebook
Nate.
funnies.
Let's see. Sharon putting fresh batteries in her pie timer. That's the smoke detector one. The pie timer. I got you. I got you.
That's good.
Guy 1. Should we rent a truck? Guy 2. Nah, bro, we got this. He's got a, looks like a refrigerator on top of a Lexus. Standing on the trunk.
Oh, my goodness.
Standing on the trunk. Unbelievable. Good stuff.
Jeez.
Good
Yeah,
stuff,
good
man.
stuff.
There you go, Gigi.
There you have
Too
it.
good. Gigi, you ready? I know. I bet Gigi don't need her a pie timer.
Oh, no.
She can cook pie,
She can
and
cook.
she knows when to get it out there.
I hope she's cooking me some fig preserves.
You do?
What I'm hoping.
Oh, like a fig preserve pie?
Oh, no, fig preserve jam that you put on biscuits.
Put on toast and biscuits?
Oh, yeah. My mom makes the best, man.
Oh.
It's good stuff.
Hennigan was supposed to be picking me up a jar of chocolate peanut butter from Sweet Creek. Kind of like
Are you
Nutella.
serious?
Kind of like Nutella, but yeah, I can't wait to try that. So we'll do that.
Unbelievable. Well, what about this Future Masters?
Yeah,
Like
they, every year, every year in June, down at the Dothan Country Club, they have the Future Masters golf tournament. It's where the kids come in from all over the United States and they play. And this year, it was held in Dothan again. And Arizona native Tyler Spellman is your 2022 winner. And why are we reporting somebody from Arizona? Well, it's in Dothan, and a lot of times the local kid does win it, and we report it. But this kid was from Arizona, and keep your eye on that name right there, Wally.
It sounds like a golf name.
Tyler Spellman.
Spellman.
Fires a 4 under par to win and grab the win of the Future Masters.
That's
it's a big
incredible.
deal, man. These kids come in from Canada and all over the United States. It is a huge tournament. I have never understood why some big broadcast, Fox, CBS, ABC, somebody, a Golf Channel, it's a big deal.
Oh, I know.
Why they're not covering that down there at Dothan Country Club, I think they will maybe one day, but it's a really big deal because the winners go on to be big-time stars. They really do. John Daly's little boy was in it.
Yeah, our
a couple of years ago.
circuit clerk, Carla Woodall, down there, she told me that a lot of families, kind of like what Dan does with state, they'll host these families, these kids come. So it's a big thing for Dothan, Alabama.
It is.
Sure
It
is,
really
man.
is. Yeah.
Well, hey, let's talk a little bit about college football. What the shock we saw this week was Coach Bill Clark, head coach at UAB, announced Friday that he would be retiring. Coach Clark apparently had a lot of back pain over the last 5-6 years, and it just really deteriorated. And it got to the point where, you know, he just said, "Hey, I got to go in early retirement."
The pain was overbearing, is what I read. Just overbearing.
And I respect that. You know,
I do too. And I'm gonna tell you what, he stuck with the Blazers, man. You know, he had major opportunities to leave that program. His phone had to be ringing.
Oh, all the time.
His phone. He won at UAB, folks. They shut the football program down, Wally. They shut the football program down, and the man could win football games.
Yeah.
You know, he had to been getting phone calls, but he was a Blazer, and he stayed there. And he stuck through them. Even when they disbanded the football program, he stuck with it. And that took guts. That took guts right there. And Wally, that you don't want to do this, but it brings you to the next question. Who's going to coach UAB? You know, Blackman stepped up as the interim, but he's probably not going to be the head coach at UAB. Who's going to be the head coach at UAB?
I'm going to go ahead and ring the bell and
Go
tell you
ahead.
who it is. Hugh Freeze, brother.
You think so?
I think that's a Hugh Freeze going to be a Birmingham Blazer.
So you're saying that UAB's a better job than Liberty?
I really do. You look at the facilities at Liberty, not all that good. And you look what the city of Birmingham has done and UAB has done for Progressive Field. Man, that's a top quality program now. I mean, facility-wise, my gracious.
Maybe so.
So
Hugh Freeze, my partner Wally says Hugh Freeze. Hey, Charles Henderson named Allie Park their new softball coach last week. Allie played at Charles Henderson, and she coached at Charles Henderson, served as assistant coach before going to Ayrton for a stint. She was even at Pike Lib a little bit. And she comes home to her alma mater, so welcome home, Allie Park.
Yeah,
Good
should
job.
be good. Hey, we got one last break, so please don't turn that dial. We'll be right back, we promise you.
Breaker 19, I got cleared for a takeoff in Troy.
Whoa, Mr. Neal, Mr. Neal, what is he doing?
I don't know what he's doing. Wally, you don't have a pilot's license. I've already told you. I'm sorry, ma'am. Look, you got a CDL license. You need to call Tyler Transport at 566-7474. They're hiring every day. Those beautiful 18-wheeler rigs got those glide packages. Call Tyler Transportation if you need a job driving. Here I come, get out of here. Good gravy. Wally, what are you doing at Roadmart on 231 in Troy, man? What are you doing with that tire? Oh, Neil, I'm going to put some 25s on this bad boy. Oh, Lord, 25s? Yeah. They even make 25? Hey, they can do specialty rims at Roadmart here in Troy, Alabama. They also do brake work and change your oil, anything under the hood here at Roadmart on 231. And they can even get Wally some 25s for his rim. 566-3413, Roadmart on 231. Hey, what are you doing in the surgery room at Southern Animal Hospital? Pet Resort. I'm about to circumcise this dog. Hey, man, don't circumcise that dog. Let Dr. Steve Barron help you with the spade and neuter process. Give him a call. Southern Animal Pet Hospital Resort, 770-1838. You got to be a medical professional and board certified to perform these kind of dog procedures on surgery. Give him a call. Southern Animal Pet Hospital Resort. It's so good to be back at Preston. I'm so hungry. I'm hungry too. You ready? What are you doing? Kelly Tater. What are you doing? Wally, that's somebody's food.
What kind of nut are you?
I'm so sorry. He gets in a trance when we come to Preston. I apologize. He is a nut job. Hey, snap out of it, man. Oh, that's not yours. Oh, we're at Preston's on. Come out to Preston's and get your own Kaylee Tater. Man, hey, what are you not coming in to get some Crow's chicken and brundage? I need some nugget sauce, man. I like a nugget dinner with extra sauce and roll. Don't worry about him. He's all the time over the door.
Lord bless it. Nugget dinner.
We're going to eat it here. Crows and Brundage.
Crows and Brundage.
Well, hey there, Mr. Wally, how you doing?
Doing well.
Good, how'd you get in here?
I better not tell you.
Uh-oh.
They don't even open till 4. Well, I'm waiting to hear Mr. Winnie Traver play, and I'm going to get me one of these bad boy steaks that they won an award for. Best steak in the state. Also, Best Catfish Awards a couple years in a row. Hey, my personal favorite is the fried shrimp and the cheese grits.
Also, not mentioning the cheese biscuits that come out before the meal. You're going to love that.
I know, man.
And a little live music, like you said, Mr. Lenny Trawick, you can't beat it down at the Old Barn in Goshen, Alabama. Come see them.
Come see us.
Man, by the record machine.
Pat Benatar, man. That's her.
No, that's Joan Jett. She's out there she's touring with Motley Crue and Poison.
Yeah, she looking rough too, boy.
You saw a picture of her?
Yeah.
I couldn't get it shut off. Joan Jett.
Why can't we get Jason Reeves and them to get that concert here in Troy?
I don't know if it's in the budget.
I think we could do it, man. You talk Jason Reeves.
What? Just guess. The people that are booking Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Poison, and Joan Jett. If you were booking them to come to Atlanta, what would be the booking fee? 4 huge groups.
Okay, I saw a snippet of it. Def Leppard is getting $2 million a show. Motley Crue is getting $2 million, and they are switching back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
Poison's getting $800,000, and Joan Jett's getting $450,000.
Wow, good money.
So that's
Why didn't I learn
Mayor
how-
Reeves.
Why didn't I learn how to sing? What we got in sports?
Okay, hey,
Run it short.
Parker Sessions, formerly of Enterprise High School and Central Alabama Community College, announced he's transferring to Troy, and I like to hear that. His mom, Carlene, is a graduate of Charles Henderson, and her husband once lived in Troy. So welcome to the Trojans.
Absolutely.
Parker.
He's my neighbor, man, across the street neighbor. And Carlene cheered with my wife,
Sure
Michelle.
did.
She's a Troy girl. So welcome to Troy, Parker. He's a good little player, man. And we also learned this week that Rush Hickson, the head baseball coach at Pike Liberal Arts, is leaving. He was also the athletic director, and so he's leaving as athletic director and head baseball coach. And so he'll be taking the assistant coach job at Chipola down in Mariana. So good luck down in Mariana, Rush.
And since his departure, Will Austin, a Pike Liberal alum, has been named the next head coach.
There he is.
At baseball, at Pike Liberal Arts. Will's grandfather's name is on the stadium there. And family ties run deep, buddy.
They do,
and
man.
we'll try to have Will on the show pretty soon for an interview, man.
Will's going to have a good interview to beat Coach Baxley.
Oh, yeah. That's gonna be tough to beat, man.
That's right, man. Hey, and skipping right over to the USFL, the Birmingham Stallions will play the Philadelphia Stars for the USFL championship game. Wally, it's going to be in Canton, Ohio, Sunday, July the 3rd at 6:30 on Fox. The Philadelphia Stars are 6-4 on the year, and the Stallions are 9-1. So Birmingham's going to be favored big in this game. So what about that, man? Birmingham bringing home a championship, maybe.
Well, we talked about this earlier on during a couple months ago. Is will it be able to survive? And I guess our big thing was when they start playing in their respective cities. We'll find out that type of support. And I think next year they are doing that. They're going to their cities.
I think you're right. We'll be able to see, is that community going to support that team?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Then we'll know a little more.
Exactly.
We'll know a little
Well,
more.
what about baseball? Got anything?
Freddie Freeman and the Dodgers visited Atlanta for the first time since the trade, and Freddie got so emotional.
Did they boo him? I hope they booed him.
No, they didn't boo him. And he got his ring and got a big cheer, and it was a nice deal. But his pregame interview, bless his heart, he cried so hard. He couldn't even do a pregame interview. He was crying so hard. But he got his World Series ring before the game, and the Braves and the Dodgers split Game 1 and Game 2, and the rubber game is tonight.
Isn't he from
on ESPN Game of the Week tonight? So, no, he's from California.
He's
That's
from
why he went to
Oh,
California
okay.
to play for the Dodgers. But, yeah. And so Freddie comes home. And if you haven't seen the pregame interview, the pregame press conference hours before the game, Google that. That's trust O'Neal on that one. You'll want to see that. Freddie got really emotional.
Well, hey, I'm skipping to the end because I do need your opinion on this.
Okay.
LIV, what is going to happen, man? I want your honest opinion.
There's Freddie crying right there.
I want your honest opinion about LIV. I can't figure this out.
It's just a showcase, Wally.
That's what I figured.
It's the showcase. You know what, though? Brooks Koepka, another huge name, has defected from the PGA Tour and gone over there. So about every week or so, a big name is going. And they've got some big names on that LIV. Wally, it's all about ratings. It's all about ratings. Some network station has got to pick them up, don't they?
They do.
There's some big names playing there. And when the network stations pick it up, then we'll know if it can sustain or not. But just playing exhibitions, paying quadrillions of dollars just to show up and hit a white ball, it can't exist. They got to have the media get with them.
Hey, I win
right.
Marco's Pizza of the Week.
We didn't give it. Well, maybe we'll give away a pizza on Facebook. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. See you next week.
See ya.